truly happy. Knowing someone that could level you with her eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vanillaraccoon and welcome to the Ripple Effect server. Before we begin this episode, I want to thank you for your kind patience in regards to the continuation of this series here on the channel, and later on throughout this episode I will dive into a little bit of detail explaining what's been going on with this series along with a few other things that you may have noticed appear out of the wild. But let's go ahead and take a look at our surroundings. So we have this temporary item elevator that is currently still a work in progress. I tried to figure it out in the previous episode, but for my life I couldn't do so. So if anyone watching this, or if any of the fellow server mates who are watching this video could lend me a hand, feel free to drop me a DM or just, let me know over in the official Ripple Effect Discord server. Link to that can be found right beneath the like and subscribe buttons. But towards the end of that episode, we at least made a new friend, and his name is Morgan, inspired by the original story for the Coca-Cola commercial, the old school Coca-Cola commercials, the very first ones. But also we've been doing some work down underground and establishing a catacomb system. But I'm going to be upfront with yous, I am not really happy with that project, so I'm just going to put that on the shelf for a rainy day, and instead we're going to begin to work on something that I was initially planning for this area. And that's going to be, we're going to build a village. I know. That's so typical of you, Van, to build a village in Minecraft. What else is a builder going to do, peeps? So I'm not going to spend this whole episode building an entire village from scratch. No. When it comes to tackling a big project, my philosophy is just, get the ball rolling and then let the viewers get to see the progress of it while it's in development, or I guess I should say, once it's past the development phase, is now in the construction phase, then bring it back with some progress updates. And then if it starts to become a little tiresome in regards of needing to do some grunt work to gather some more materials and resources, or perhaps I'm just starting to feel a little tired and I need a break, then maybe that's my cue to wrap things up for that episode. So what I have planned, at least for this, is we're just going to establish one little house and then a few pop-up structures surrounding it. And then, like I said, that's just going to do it for this episode. But I think with that all being said, I am going to gather up everything that I need, and I hope you have a fizzy beverage along with a healthy snack at the ready to consume. And let's begin this Let's Play. A few cycles have passed, and I thought it would be appropriate to bring it back and provide you with a bit of a progress update. So let's go ahead and take a look as to what I've been doing off camera. Forewarning, I have not begun to get my build on, but instead I've begun to do some landscaping, and I've even established a small pathway. Now, at this time at least, the pathway will be leading to the grand village that we're going to be developing over the course of the next few episodes. And also, I know it's only composed of coarse dirt blocks, but in due time, we'll be adding some variation to it. I would like to add some brown concrete powder, and I'm also thinking of adding some podzol, but I'm not entirely sure if that's a good idea. So I'm going to let you down in the comment section, let me know if you think that that's a solid idea that we should work with. Now, when it comes to doing some landscaping, without dramatically changing the surrounding area, this can help you begin to develop your vision for the project at hand and bring it to fruition. So as you can see right here, I've just recessed the land back a little bit, and I've also applied various snow layers here at the base of the hillside, but also working its way to the tippy top. And if you're anything like me, when it comes to applying realism into a build or a project, it can be a little difficult to do at times. But if you just add it every once in a while here and there, then at the end of it all, once you take a step back and look at the whole picture, you'll see that it looks just right. That's what I call the Goldilocks effect. It's not too much, it's not too little, it's just right. So let's take a look at this particular dark oak tree. And I see Matt Cat has joined the server. I'll be sure to say hey yo to him once I finish recording this segment. But if we take a look at this dark oak tree, you'll see that it has some roots that are stemming above the ground and branching out from the base of the trunk. Now, I have attempted to customize dark oak trees before, And although I am fairly happy with the result from that one attempt, I would like to revisit this practice considering the fact that my building skills have developed since doing so. And that's mainly so that I can produce new results for this practice. Both in Minecraft and in real life, I like to follow the philosophy that it never hurts to go back and revisit old things so that you can try new different practices and methods to then get new results that you may be even more happy with. So lastly, what I want to touch on for this little progress update is that you'll notice we have this wooden statue right there, and if we make our way back to the beginning of the pathway over here, you'll see that we have another wooden statue, and both of these have a sign placed beneath it. The one over there said "Go Valor," and this one here reads "In the darkest night we are the flame." Those are both Pokemon Go references, so whether you're new to the channel or perhaps you've been around and it may have slipped your mind, I play Pokemon Go and I've been playing it since day one. And ever since the summer, I've joined a Pokemon Go group for my section of the city that I live within, and I've been enjoying it even more so. So much to the point that I decided to start up my own Pokemon Go series here for the channel. Now, this started back in September, which coincidentally is when the Ripple Effect server launched, and so I wanted to spend an equal amount of time working on developing this new series for the channel whilst playing here on the Ripple Effect server with all the other misfits. But I decided that considering the fact that this is not only a new series, but this is a new game entirely, not just a new PC game, but it's a mobile game as well. It's a mobile game that you can download for free from the App Store and Google Play for your mobile device or tablet. I wanted to take as much time that would be needed to plan out this series for the long term. Now, there are some content creators who may be able to start recording content for a new series right on the fly and then begin to develop the initial concept of it later on, or maybe they can plan things out for the short term and still be very successful at it. I am not one of those people, unfortunately. I am the type of person where I need to take as much time that is required to make sure I know what it is that I want to do and how I want to do things so that I can produce nothing but great quality content for you to enjoy and share with your peeps. So that's kind of why there's been a lack of Ripple Effect videos here on the channel. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this progress update, and also filling you in with what's been going on with the channel here. Now, through the power of YouTube cards, one will be appearing at the top right corner of your screen that you can click or tap on that will take you to my new Pokemon Go series. And in the event that you yourself play Pokemon Go, I hope you enjoy how I go about producing this type of content, and if you do, then be sure to drop a like and share it with your peeps so that they can join us on our Pokemon Go adventure here, and also maybe then they'll take an interest in Minecraft content, that is if they aren't already playing this wonderful sandbox game. In all my cycles of playing Minecraft, I have never seen a more beautiful looking dark oak tree than the one that is sitting just over yonder. And if I do say so myself, it looks insanely cool. But let's begin to take a look as to what we have going on as of now. Obviously, our pathway will be leading up to our new house, and it's also going to curve around our forest tree, which, for those of you who are unaware, forest trees are something from the Star Wars universe, and it's something that I would like to apply within our village, but I don't want to go into great detail as to how, at least not yet. Now, if we take a look at the surrounding area, we'll see that a little more landscaping has been done, and as I always say, if you just gradually shape the surrounding area, then it'll begin to take shape and it will begin to look how you envision it to be. It won't look like it's too much, and it won't look like it's a little lackluster. It'll look just right, the Goldilocks effect. But we also have, aside from these forest trees being planted and grown, we also have some dark oak leaf blocks just scattered about. Now, Hello there, Mr. Snow Golem. The reason why I decided to just place down some dark oak leaves is so that it can add a little bit of life to what I am considering at least to be a rather cold and lifeless area. Now obviously through the power of post-editing I will be color grading this footage, so believe me when I say this, at least as I continue to work out here and get my build on, there are times where I had to grab a sweater and just put it on because it's so cold where I can't stop shivering. Now let's take a look at our house. First things first, this design is actually based off of a previous fantasy style build that I had done within my own single player Let's Play series. Through the power of YouTube cards, one will be appearing in the top right corner of your screen that you can click or tap on that will take you to it, and you can begin to binge watch World of Raccoons Season 2. Now, if we use something called our imagination, we can pretend that our light blue stained window panes here are acting as icicles that are taking shape and hanging just beneath the overhangs, I should say, since we have one right here and one up there for our build. Now, the reason why we have a banner provided by Wintergrave is because I would like to, if I am permitted by my fellow server mates, gather as many banners as I can from their bases and other project sites and just hang them around within the village. In Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, for those of you who have seen it, and for those of you who haven't, then consider this a crash course on why they are here. There's a part in this film where we visit Moss's castle, and hanging around it she has banners that are actually from the prequel trilogy and are a way of paying homage to pod racing, which is basically a form of NASCAR racing within the Star Wars universe. If you guys can't tell already, the Star Wars universe is going to be playing a heavy form of inspiration for this village. But again, I ain't going to go into great detail, at least not right now. So bear with me, peeps. But let's begin to take a look within our house. So right off the bat, it's looking rather compact and it's not really all that spacious. But at least we have a furnace and a crafting chest table. But if we make our way to the second floor, we'll see that we have some storage along with another crafting chest table. But we don't have a bed, so right now at least the build is good. It's forming both functional and decorative, but I think maybe we can improve this. I think we can turn this build from looking good and being good to looking insanely cool and being great. Now, what I could do is add in an extension where maybe we could add it on the ground floor, or maybe just to do something different than what you would normally see in Minecraft and on YouTube, is we can add an extension to one of the corners on the second floor, and that could be where we will place our bed so that when it comes to, we can just simply lay our head to rest and make it the day. But at this time at least, I'm not going to fret over that, so I suppose I'm going to leave it to you to help me decide on how we want to improve this build. If you haven't already, then be sure to join the official Ripple Effect Discord server. I can't stress that enough within these videos, peeps. If you want to interact with yours truly along with the rest of the misfits, then that's the place to do so. Or you could just follow us on Twitter and tweet at us with whatever it is you want to tell us. But I'm going to continue to get my build on and begin to establish some more of the pop-up structures like the one that you see right over there that is housing our snow golem. And I'll see you guys in just a moment. Hey you. Yeah, you, the viewer. The one watching this video right now. Can you guess what time it is? It's just about that time where we must begin to say farewell to one another. But before we go ahead and do just that, let's take a moment to see what's been going on yet again off camera. So obviously, we have a few more forest trees that have been planted, and with time and patience, they have grown to become happy little trees. Now, as you can tell, once again, I have begun to customize them by adding some roots at the base of the tree, and then also I've added a few more branches using dark oak fence posts. Similar to what we have going on just beneath the overhangs for our surrounding structures, we have some icicles beginning to form and hang from the limbs. And again, that's just a subtle touch of detail that you can do to help make your builds look ever so more beautiful than they already are. And let's just quickly grab a few carrots, throw them in the offhand so that way we can walk and eat and begin to regenerate our health. Now you may notice that we have this pop-up structure along with this forest tree over here, not really on the ground. When I was doing some landscaping, I wanted to begin to build the ground up, so that way we can have some points of interest that are not going across the horizon. Usually when I do some landscaping and get my build on, I want to provide as many points of interest as I can, but I don't want it to be repetitive in the sense that, say we have a pop-up structure right here and we just have to look forward and then look around some more and find other points of interest. I want people who come over here to actually look around. So let's just quickly run down our pathway, and for example, once you make it up here, you'll first see this forest tree and you'll have to shift your head upwards a little bit to get the full view of it. But then as you walk along the pathway, you'll then lower your head so that you're facing forward, and then you'll see this forest tree, but then just behind it you're gonna see this beautiful looking house with a beautiful duck flag, well, duck banner I should say, hanging just above the doorway. And as you make your way towards it, you're then going to see everything else, and you get the idea. You're going to have to shift your perspective a number of times to take in everything that is in this area. Now, one last thing I want to plug before we go ahead and wrap things up is, if you are watching this and you enjoy the game Starbound, or maybe it's a game that you've heard of and you want to check it out and you're not too sure if you want to purchase it yourself, I do have a new collaborative Let's Play series with Uncle Zoy XP going on here on the channel. So through the power of YouTube cards, one will be appearing at the top right corner of your screen that you can click or tap on, and it will take you to my perspective of the collaborative Let's Play series for the game Starbound. And as always, if you enjoy those videos, then be sure to drop a like and share it with your friends, but also be sure to check out Uncle Zoy XP's perspective and check him out as well, and subscribe if you enjoy his content. But that's going to do it for this episode. As always, if you enjoyed it, then be sure to drop a like, and if you are new to the channel, then I invite you to check out the rest of it. But do not forget to turn on notifications when subscribing. That way you will then be notified when future Minecraft and other gameplay content is uploaded by yours truly, Vanillaraccoon. I would like to wish you a happy day, and peace out.